Original post, February 2, 2024. So, my 36 female, ex-husband Tom 35 male, left me for his work wife Tammy 25 female, 2 years ago. I never liked her even before I found out about their relationship. The first time I met her at a work event she told me while I was heavily pregnant, my youngest, better up your wife game or I might steal him off you. Well, 3 months later she did. This woman literally came with him to help pack the day he moved out and tried to have a one-on-one conversation on how she wanted our relationship going forward because she was going to be in my life. Then said as a joke, "Told you I'd steal him away." Not going to lie, I'm thankful she did, because when my ex made a comment about her being 23 and her brain not being fully developed, I got the ick so bad it turned my heartbreak into relief. I got everything in the divorce because I got him and his affair fog and gave 50-50 custody for our kids' sake. I'm civil for the sake of my kids so we can both attend events without drama, but other than that I couldn't honestly care less about them. Around June Tammy came instead of Tom for pick and practically skipped towards me to show off her engagement ring, saying she wanted me as a bridesmaid along with my daughters for something I didn't catch because I was in a rush to get our cat to the vet. She got upset because I just said nothing to her the whole conversation per Tom's texts a few hours later. The same happened again in September when she told me she was pregnant, which again my zero craps given upset her. In December when she told me the second I opened the car door, "Tom's finally getting a son," to which I sarcastically replied, "I'm sure Lord Tom's excited for an heir to take over his lands and titles," which caused drama too because Tom's family found it hilarious when Tammy was bad-mouthing me. December was the last time I saw her till today at drop-off with Tom. As they approached me, I noticed Tammy didn't look pregnant anymore. Tammy tearfully said, "We lost the baby." I didn't answer, just told Tom our second daughter has a birthday party tomorrow at 3 and the oldest has gymnastics at 5. Tammy literally screamed at me I was a heartless bitch and bitter, then grabbed the girls' bags walking away. Tom said I could show a little humanity towards Tammy and regardless of my feelings she is my kid's stepmother. I told Tom I don't care about what he's going through because outside our kids I don't care about them and I don't owe Tammy anything, especially pity. He called me an asshole along with other things, and left. Usually this wouldn't bother me, but my ex-in-laws who I have a good relationship have told me I should have shown Tammy some empathy and at the very least pretended to care for the sake of the kids. Relevant comments. Comment 1. So, you're supposed to show empathy to someone who ruined your marriage and goes out of their way to get a reaction out of you? OP. She said she wanted to be friends and tells people like my in-laws that I can't put the past behind me for the sake of the kids, even called me a pick-me. Comment 2. He's no longer your problem, he's hers until she becomes too old for him. Enjoy your life, that's the best revenge. OP. I'm enjoying my life honestly, single life is so underrated. I adopted 2 senior cats last week because I found out at my local book club our shelter has an end-of-life event every month so you can give a senior cat a loving home before the end. I think when my kids are grown I'm going to be the local cat lady everyone thinks is a witch. Comment 3. You should have filed for more custody. He isn't mentally well. She doesn't deserve anything. You're a better person than me, cause when she said that at the party, I'd have broken her nose. You owe neither of them anything aside from the little human interaction needed to make sure the kids are taken care of. He is a piece of crap and she is a terrible human who I'm sure I'm going to get flack for this bit but got what she had coming. Karma. You're cordial and don't deny their father access to them. I'm going to take on good faith you don't badmouth him in your home when he isn't there, but the kids are. Interactions out of sight and earshot of the kids that are not sugar, rainbows, and unicorns are not on you to make sure they are. She is an adulterer, homewrecker, and a self-centered narcissist, who has been trying to rub this in your face and use your kids' emotions and well-being as a shield for herself from the consequences. Screw her. OP. No, I'd never badmouth him to the kids ever, don't get me wrong, at the start of everything I did crap talk them both with my family and friends, but now couldn't care less about them. Our oldest is 13 and we have a 12 and a 2-year-old, so I'm going to let them form their own opinions as they grow older about them. I will say Tammy is a good stepmom, to which I'm glad. Update 1. February 3, 2024. So, I texted Tom today due to Tammy's mental state. I prefer if he or his mom would do all the picks up from now on, and if Tammy's mental health gets any worse, I want the girls full-time for a couple of weeks till it's a healthier environment for the kids. Tom tried to call me, but I texted him I prefer texts and he said wanted to have a heart-to-heart. Yeah, not going to happen. I asked if it involved the girls, and he said yes, but it's also about all of us going forward and the relationship he wishes for us to have. Basically he wanted family therapy with himself, me, Tammy, and the kids. I said if he thinks the kids need to see a therapist, I would be happy to find one we both can agree on, but again he just kept bringing it back to us, so after a few hours knowing it was going nowhere I just left him on read. I called my ex-in-laws, told them the situation and how I don't want to be involved with anything Tammy and Tom unless my kids are involved. I reminded them I've expressed multiple times I don't care, and I don't want anything more than a civil co-parent relationship. I told them even though I value my friendship with them, I will go low contact if it happens again. Mother-in-law apologized, saying she was very emotional because at the end of the day, Tom is her son and he was heartbroken, plus the baby was her grandchild, which I completely understand, and I forgive her. Now here's where it gets weird. Tammy showed up at my house now. I've watched enough true crime to know not to open the door, and I talked to her by the doorbell cam. She was crying, saying she was sorry, and she just wanted to be my friend. Then she said I need to forgive her because she lost her baby as karma for what she did to me. I rang the police, then my brother and Tom. She didn't get arrested or anything, but Tom talked to my brother and said he was taking her home and agreed it's best if I have them full-time for now. My girls are at home safe. My brother will be staying with me for the foreseeable future. I'll be seeing a lawyer first time on Monday about full custody and a restraining order because I've a sinking feeling it's going to get worse. Before it gets brought up, I just kept telling Tammy to leave my property because I didn't want to hear it. I don't know why I was brought into this because I was looking forward to my chill weekend. I'd like to also say for the people in my last post calling me jealous and bitter, I've nothing to be jealous of. Someone who cheats on you isn't a prize, he is Tammy's problem now, and for those of you saying I don't care about my ex's life, means I'm not over him because I don't want to be friends with him or Tammy. Your ex moved on. When they say leave them alone, they're not playing hard to get, they really don't want to talk to you. Relevant comments. Comment 1. I hope it gets better for you. But as you said, and I agree with you, it's going to get worse. I don't understand what it is that people want you to do. He cheated. Left and both of you moved on. Why should you care about his life? If it doesn't involve your children, it doesn't involve you. Your happiness trumps whatever he is going on in his life. OP, they want me to be the bitter evil ex-wife to justify themselves, even though I feel nothing towards either of them. Like I'd have the same reaction if they told me that day they won the lottery. I've gotten to a place I'm happy with my life and love it. Maybe they think that since I've not gone on a date since the divorce, I've still not moved on, but I've not dated anyone because I don't want to. Single life is awesome, why ruin it? Update 2, February 5, 2024. I won't be updating till all the legal issues are over and my own mental health is in a better place, so it could take anything up to 3 to 6 months. I spoke to a lawyer today. I'm obviously not going to go into details, but with all the evidence and witnesses on my side, I've a good shot at getting full custody, but it's only day 1 and nothing has started yet. Tom sexually assaulted me. It didn't go far thanks to my brother, but it's left me very shaken. I agreed to let Tom come over to visit the kids whenever he wanted, so when he came over yesterday evening and went into the garden with the kids, I went for a shower. Coming out of the bathroom, he cornered me about wanting to talk. I told him it wasn't the time and told him to either go out to the girls or leave. He started saying he made a mistake, Tammy was a nut job and he wanted to come home to us. I told him to get the fuck out of my house and there is no us, so he started saying stuff I physically can't type without breaking down, then tried to force a makeout session, to put it politely. Thankfully my brother heard and came running. Unfortunately, the kids heard everything when my brother and Tom started fighting. I was in complete shock at the time to try to do anything to help the situation. Even when Tom was being taken away, I was too scared to move and couldn't confront my crying children. Not my proudest moment. Remember I said before I adopted older cats? Well, I put cameras through common areas in my home to watch them while I'm at work. One of those areas is the hall between my room and the bathroom. I don't know what to do with Tom going forward, but I know I can't face him ever again, even with supervision from my father or brother who both work in law enforcement. Tammy sent hundreds of messages to me and my oldest too, but I can't block her at my lawyer's request. My ex-in-laws have reached out and told me they'll help me in whatever way I need. His sisters have disowned him, but this is still all very new. They might change their minds. I plan on moving after everything gets sorted, so I won't ever cross Tammy's path. Thank you all for your love and support. Hopefully I can give you all a positive update in the future. And to the young men sending messages asking for nudes or sending me pictures of your privates, thanks for the laugh, but I'm done with dick. Relevant comments. Comment 1. Blimey, you poor thing. I am so sorry for you and very sad that you had to endure this. I hope the children didn't see their dad violating their mother. Best of luck in the future. OP, they didn't see he told them he went in for drinks, but due to me screaming they came in and saw my brother started bashing their dad off stuff and calling him a rapist along with other things. Then Tom tried to fight my brother to get away. Just to be clear, my ex didn't get as far as to rape me. Comment 2. Still, it's scary for kids. I can't see why your ex would think this was appropriate when he came over to be with the children. OP. I don't know what was going through his and Tammy's heads to be this focused on me when they should be seeking comfort in each other. But Tom did say I never lost any of his kids when it was happening. Like, if I'm being honest, he was saying some unhinged creepy things like I've known him since I was 14. It was like I was looking at Tom, but at the same time it wasn't him, if that makes sense. Comment 3. Christ on a bike. I thought police involvement would be because of Tammy, not Tom. I thought Tom would try to get you back when he realized how badly he screwed up by leaving you for Tammy, but sexual assault is not the way to make a woman think, hell yes, let's go, you can come home at once? I'm so glad you had your brother there to rescue you. What the feck is he on that, he thought to himself, how do I win my ex-wife back? I know I'll force myself upon her, that'll make her want me back. Really, Tom, really? Please don't beat yourself up for freezing, as it's a fairly common reaction to assault. I'm so sorry this happened to you. Please tell me you're pressing charges. I would also suggest counseling for you and your girls when you're ready, as this is going to stay with all of you. Again, I'm so sorry he did this to you. OP. Yeah, I'm going to press charges and my kids will get counseling because my oldest is blaming herself and won't leave my side. Update 3, March 9, 2024. Hi guys, I thought I'd give you what is possibly the last update. Now this isn't going to be epic or anything. So, after everything happened, I was going to press charges for sexual assault, but my ex's family reached out. They wanted to meet with their lawyer. Instead of going the court way, my ex said he'd give me full custody and a large amount of money for the girls more when they got older. I was shown proof of the accounts that were set up with the money already deposited, which can't be touched till they were 18. I took them up on their offer with a condition of my own. Now I know what everyone is going to say, but having a dad on the offender list plus all the courts would have hurt my daughters more. My condition was he leave the country and I would allow one FaceTime a month to each girl who willingly wanted to talk to him, and if our daughters decided they wanted to speak to him more, I'd let them. Ex agreed and haven't heard from him since. According to Tammy's Facebook Lives, he ghosted her and took their wedding fund her dad gifted them. I couldn't get a restraining order against Tammy because apparently unless she does something bad, she is not a threat, even though she's shown up at my home and kids' school multiple times, but I guess that's okay in the eyes of the law. I will be moving, though I'm not even going to drop a hint where or when because Tammy and well everyone in our town knows about this post after Tammy drunkenly read it out to shame me. As for my kids, they're not taking everything well. They hate their dad but at the same time miss him. I've put them in therapy and hopefully, they can heal in time. As for me, I'm in therapy too, and I've realized I never want to get married again or even be in a romantic relationship. I want to be the cat lady everyone assumes is a witch. Why did we ever let society fool us into thinking marriage was better than a cozy life with cats? Thank you Reddit, for everything. As you, Tammy L, know you'll read this, but I wanted to thank you for stealing my husband. You did me the biggest favor in the world. Relevant comments. Comment 1. I love Tammy's ending. If you're reading this, I was rooting for you to fall so hard that I think that alone was enough to push you off the cliff. I don't like the husband's ending because he should be branded a sex offender. He is a danger to women. Fortunately, the wild gossip in his town will haunt him. OP, his sister slapped him and told him every woman that he'll ever meet she'll tell them what he had done and do to Tammy. Everyone knows what he is. Comment 2. I don't get why your ex ghosted and stole the wedding funds from Tammy. Was that used to pay for your kids' trust or something? And I hope there's a way to file a restraining order on Tammy. Her lurking near the school where the kids are is creepy as hell, and your home too. OP. I can't answer the question about the money because I honestly don't know. Maybe Tom gave me everything and needed it, or maybe Tammy is lying. I honestly don't know. For the restraining order, I've tried. Unless she posed a physical threat like she harmed me or my daughters, they won't do anything unfortunately. Update 4, March 22, 2024. Okay, so nothing has changed much for me. I've just gotten extra cameras and more security around my home. I have passwords with my daughter's schools involving pickups, and a family member comes with me while I wait for them during things like swimming and gymnastics. As for everyone's mental health, we aren't doing well. The girls' social lives have taken a hit due to being with an adult family member at all times, and obviously therapy is a slow process, not a magic fix. Hopefully, in a few months, things will get better. The reason for this update is Tammy. She cornered me in our local shopping center. Now realistically I wouldn't have been afraid because we are matched body-wise, so it would be a fair fight, but nut jobs carry stuff, so I was nervous. I shouted at her to go away, but she kept saying let me hear her out, then she'd leave me alone for good, so I did. Here is the short version. I wanted to apologize for everything I've done to you and my part in ruining your marriage. I was a young stupid girl who sometimes got jealous because I knew Tom wasn't fully over you. I never meant to rub anything in your face. I was only trying to start a conversation at all those pickups because I thought if we become friends I'd feel less guilty. I love your girls and I'm glad I got to their stepmother. I was looking forward to being a mom, but I guess karma had other plans. I wasn't in the best place mentally and I got fixated on you rather than dealing with my grief, which was wrong. I'm sorry. When I first read your posts I was so angry at the monster you made me out to be, but it took my sister to point out you only spoke the truth, so when I calmed down and read them again sober I felt like since a crazy bitch I didn't mean for everything to go so far. I'm not going to bother you anymore so you don't have to move. I would never hurt your daughters. It breaks my heart you'd think that, but I guess this is goodbye. I said screw it. I'll be honest with her. I told her that we would never have been friends even if she didn't get with Tom while we were married because she's unlikable pick-me with no sense of boundaries and that she needs to get serious help. Then I told her I forgive her and I truly wish she finds peace within herself. We told each other goodbye. I won't lie guys, I thought she was going to do something stupid to herself, so I contacted my in-laws to get in contact with her family because I was genuinely worried. I know what everyone is going to say, I shouldn't care or want to help Tammy and call me a hypocrite. I still don't care about Tammy as a person, but I'd never forgive myself if she did something and I could have made a phone call to prevent it. Here's the twist: I got a call from a friend an hour ago who worked with Tom and Tammy. Tammy and Tom are together in the United States. Apparently, I'm an evil bitter ex who cheated on Tom. Our youngest isn't his and I made false accusations to get full custody because I wanted to live off child support. I also apparently sent drunk pictures of me pissing on their son's grave, and Tom out of respect for my girls won't post them, but he hopes that one day they'll get in contact with him. I apparently also turned everyone against Tammy, even my kids, because I was jealous they love her more and called her mom. He also disowned his family and called himself a high-value man, which I've no clue what that even means. I've tried to post this update multiple times on my Reddit page. I can't for some reason, so if you could spread it I'd like that because I've over 100 people in my private messages asking me for an update and I feel like I owe it to them. That new update is interesting. Seems weird that Tammy would apologize, then seemingly tell that person that called OP all that stuff. I guess maybe Tammy didn't have anything to do with that, and Tom is making that up all by himself, and Tammy is not in on it. But anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.